This collective is a little shy that I'm tapping into. Like, you guys are a little quiet, you're a little introspective, you're kind of the wallflowers, you're more the people that just sit back and observe and just kind of watch. And I think people tend to get that a little messed up with you. People tend to take offense to it. And I think that's because they are seeking attention from you, and you don't really give much attention. I think people try and show off around your energy a lot, or they try to impress you, or they try to, I guess, get validation from you. And you don't give that very easily or freely. You're kind of a tough crowd. You're kind of a fucking tough crowd, and not because you're being malicious or you're being mean. It's just you don't fake anything. So if you're not impressed, or if you just genuinely don't really give a fuck, you're not going to pretend to give a fuck. If you don't want to be somewhere that you're forced to be, you're not going to pretend to be having a good time, is kind of the vibe. And people tend to take offense to that and think that, you're some type of way that you aren't, because there's not a mean bone in your body. I don't feel like you're a malicious person at all, but you come through as people just get you messed up. They get you fucked up, and they drag this narrative about you that, you know you're some type of way that you're not. And it's just funny because, like, you're just very protective of your energy. I mean, the hermit, this is you. I don't think you're meant to stay hidden in this hermit energy that you tend to, I guess, lean more into. I do think there's a love for people and a love for creation and just being around others and community, but also a desire to just not really be a part of it. It's like an interesting combination that's coming through here. It's like, I fucking love people, but I also hate them at the same time, you know? I also don't really want to be around them all that much. And I think a lot of it also stems from just being a little shy. Like, I don't think this collective has always felt very understood. I don't think it's been easy for you to feel accepted. You've always just felt a little different. It feels like trying to connect means lowering your frequency on some level, and not because you're better than anyone else, but just because you're on a different wavelength. You just are. I mean, everyone has their different paths. It's just hard for you to connect with certain people. And I think people really feel and kind of almost hold it against you that you don't offer more of yourself. That it almost feels like a missed opportunity to get to know you. You kind of feel a little impenetrable at times, but you're just protective of your energy, you're protective of your time. And I really think that, you you kind of have this vibe too, that, like, when someone comes around you who does match your frequency, or who does intrigue you, that is a little rare, but it really lights you up. Like, there's a lot of passion. Like, you open up quickly. It's like you totally transform as a person when someone who matches your vibe comes into your life. I don't see you being held back in every aspect, or this tough nut to crack. Like, when you open, and it's like, whoo. And I think sometimes you can get a little fixated on people, or a little, obsessive with people, not in a negative way, but it's just exciting for you to meet people who really spark your curiosity, and who, I guess, allow you to kind of soften and open up and reveal yourself, because it's not often that you get to do that, because you're really discerning about, who ultimately gets your attention and who doesn't. But it's just funny how much people take offense to the fact that you don't allow them to get to know you, because you just don't want them to get to know you because you don't want them to be in your life, and it's just, I think for whatever reason, people will interpret this as, malicious, or you're sneaky, or there's something off about you, and you're like, no, I'm literally just chilling. I'm literally just fucking chilling. I'm good, The hermit, you are just in your own world, and you like it that way.